white people don't always take a stand and do the things that they're supposed to do. Let's be for real, you know what I'm saying? So because my islanders got my back, so if you come up here starting a riot, they gonna come for you. Like, you don't want to hear somebody white doing a black accent. Like, some people just don't want to hear that. But at the same time, because if you try to come at me or whatever, you either gonna get ignored or blocked, or I'm gonna cuss you out. So none of those things we want. Slave massa accents. Like, just get the whip and take away the right. Girl, yeah, that should be crooked every time I start. Let's put the gloves on because it's about to be a crime scene. I'm just kidding. Not the train starting as soon as I... Let me wait for this train to go, y'all. Okay, the train has finally passed by. It's done with its showcase. Let me take this watch off. This shit looks so weird. I love this, like, dress glove combo where you, like, can't see skin. I like that. Hello, booktubing world. It is I, Capri Nicole, and I'm back with another video. So, you read the title. You already know what we're gonna talk about. Let's get into it. Let's eat on this Black History Month. Let's talk about something that I've been wanting to talk about since last year when I read American Royalty. I want to hear other people's opinions on this, so I've just felt like, let's jump into it. Let's take the plunge together. Today's topic of the discussion video is going to be, should white voice actors narrate black characters in black books? Now, what I mean by that is, obviously, should a white voice actor be given the accents and the black accents and all this for black characters in books? Y'all know how I do. Of course, I'm gonna have the chapters so that you can skip and flip and dip whatever through the video if you like. I don't know how long this is gonna be. Hopefully I don't get on too much of a rant. I feel like I should be able to just get my point across without talking too much, but you never know with me because I like to talk. Okay, so let's get into it. Oh well, let me do my non-disclosure disclosure. So my non-disclosure disclosure is, if you're new here or if you're not new here or if you haven't seen any of my other discussion videos, at the end of the day, my opinion is my opinion, your opinion is your opinion. The point of these discussion videos is because I genuinely want to know and hear other people's opinion. I don't make these videos just to have a whole bunch of people agree with me. I would like to see if you agree or if you disagree or whatever, and you can be respectful, because if you try to come at me or whatever, you either gonna get ignored or blocked, or I'm gonna cuss you out. So none of those things we want, you know what I'm saying? Go outside, touch grass before you comment on these videos. But I do make these videos because I like to hear people in the book community's opinion on these specific topics. That being said, however I feel or whatever I say, you do not have to agree with it. My opinion is not a fact. That's simply why it's called an opinion. So however you feel is however you feel. Don't be coming on here hooting and hollering or whatever. I never really have no issues with that because my islanders got my back. So if you come up here starting a riot, they gonna come for you. So take with that as you will. So let's get into the video. So the first thing we're going to talk about is how I personally feel about this subject. When it comes to audiobooks, I am going to be honest, I do not even look at the name or the picture of the person that is narrating the book. I know I know it sounds crazy, but for me, I'm a very visual and impressionable reader. So if I see a picture of the person that's going to be talking in this book, the entire time that I'm listening to the book, I'm going to be thinking about them as the character. It doesn't matter if it's a guy, it doesn't matter if it's a girl. It takes me out of the story because I've already seen what this person looks like. Like, I don't even look, like, unless the voice actor does a really good job and I go back and see what their name is and I'm like, ooh, so I'll know in the future if I see their name on other books, I'll be excited because I know that they're gonna serve, they're gonna deliver. But I just don't, I've never noticed this, but when I started doing prep for this video, I realized I don't look at the pictures of these people because I don't want to think about them. Like, you're narrating a story, I want you to narrate it. I don't want to think about you when I'm reading the book. It just doesn't work for me. I don't know what other people do, but for me personally, I just don't look. As far as how I feel about if I think they should narrate it, I don't know, I'm a bit of a fence straddler with this one too. I feel like in my last discussion video, which I'll link up here so you guys can check it out if you would like to, I was a fence straddler then, and I think I'm a fence straddler for this one as well, because I understand people's frustration with not giving black voice actors the opportunity to narrate, or having an issue with the black accent that white narrators choose, because they always choose something like super ghetto or something super country, no matter where the characters are from or no matter what their background is. If they're black, they usually have like one of 3 things they choose from. So I understand the frustration with that, because it's like you don't want to hear somebody white doing a black accent. Like some people just don't want to hear that, but at the same time, it's their job. like I know they could obviously pick books, or they have a plethora of books to choose from as far as like books with white characters, or only taking jobs that have white characters if it becomes a big issue. But I don't really like, I understand being frustrated with the black accent thing, and I understand it just being a job. Like, this is your livelihood. So again, fence straddler. So I don't really have a clear choice on how I feel about it. I literally just go to the audiobook. If it's available, I listen to it. I don't go to the audiobook, look and see if it's a white voice actor, and then not listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless it's a voice actor that I just genuinely have not enjoyed, and I just see their name and I'm like, no thank you. But I don't go through all that, because we have enough shit going on in the book community that pull us away from a lot of stories. I don't want to add on to that and limit my media for what I can listen to, what I can do, because I am in the working class, so I don't have time to always sit down and physically read. So if I click on Libby, or if I click on Scribd, or if I click on whoever and they got the book available and I like the voice actor, I'm just gonna listen to it. I don't go out of my way to see if they white or if they black. Like, if I don't like the way they're narrating it, I might look and see what their name is so I can avoid them. But other than that, you know. But again, fence straddler, because I understand both sides. Let's get into the next topic, shall. So the first issue that I've had with this is why I'm making this video. When I listened to American Royalty, which I gave 5 stars, by the way, absolutely loved it. So if you have any recommendations for those types of books, please recommend them in the comment section below. But the male voice actor for this book, when he narrated Duchess, he gave her this country bumpkin ass accent, and it was mentioned that she was a little bit from the South, but it just was so some of these voice actors, when it comes to black characters, they either give them hood accents or they give them slave massa accents. Like, just get the whip and take away the rights, because that's what they're given. They just give this country bumpkin ass accent. It just drives me crazy. It doesn't even matter if these people are set in New York and you were giving them like an accent that sounds like they pick cotton. Like, it blows my mind, especially the fact that there was 2 voice narrators for this book, and you got to hear the way that the female voice actor narrated Duchess, and she really just changed her dialect. She changed the tone of her voice and like the rise of it. Like, she actually was acting, like she actually was doing her job. I don't know what the hell this other dude was doing, but it just annoyed me. I wanted to skip his chapter so damn bad. Like, this was one of the first audiobooks that I read where I genuinely was like, what is this? What are we talking about? Like, what is going on? I know voice actors practice and they get schooling and all that. They need to work on that. There's so many different types of accents for black people and for black characters other than country bumpkin and from the hood, because everybody don't sound like that, like, at all. You know what I'm saying? You need to work on dialects, tone of voice, changing the rise and the fall of your voice, whatever you have to do, but that ain't it. That's one of the things that rub me the wrong way, voice actors that do that. And like, I don't know. Sometimes it just really just takes me outside of the story and it's made me want to fight, because it's just like, who gave this the green flag? Like, who decided on this? So the next thing that I want to talk about is understanding the fact that this is their job. So the same way that I understand and I see why people get frustrated with movies where they don't cast black characters or disabled characters or fat characters, they literally just cast people that already have the opportunity to be casted in plenty of other movies and put a fat suit on them, or give them an accent, or give them a complete makeover, or if someone that is on the spectrum, instead of hiring an actor that's on the spectrum, they have someone act like they're on the spectrum. It's just like, I understand that, because it's like there are other actors you could pick from. Like, just giving these same people the same roles and just completely changing their look makes other people lose their jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, the options are there, you're just not picking them. I don't know if it's the same way with the voice actors, because I'm not too deep into their community. I don't really know. I just click on the damn audiobook and go, okay? Like, but I'm not too deep into their community. I don't know too much about them. But if there are other black voice actors that are losing jobs specifically because y'all keep hiring the same people, I understand how that could be frustrating, but it's like, I don't know, I guess it's like, it's their job. So like, what are they supposed to do? I mean, they could recognize their privilege and just pass up the jobs and recommend a ton of voice actors that are good at their jobs, that are black or that are of the background and are available. You know what I'm saying? They could take a stand and do that, but white people don't always take a stand and do the things that they're supposed to do. Let's be for real. You know what I'm saying? So like, some of them might, but all of them won't. So that's the issue with that. I don't know. I just, like I said, I just click on the damn audiobook and go. Like, everybody don't have to break down 50-11 steps to figure out what they want to do. Some people just want to fucking read. Like, I really just don't go through all that, because like I said, if once I see the person, I will think about them the entire book, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to think about you at all. I want to think about whoever the hell the characters are, and let me come up with the pictures and what they look like all on my own. I would really love to hear how y'all feel about that, because like I said, I'm not too deep into the voice acting community, so I don't really know if like black voice actors are losing jobs because they keep hiring the same white voice actors, or if people just have an issue with this because they're white. Like, I don't really know what the verdict is there. I just feel like if they get the opportunity to do this job, as long as they aren't offensive, or they aren't overusing black accent, or they're making them sound and act in a dialect that they're not even from. Like, if we're in Jersey and you're giving them a Georgia accent, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? What are you doing? You need to go back to school. Okay, and the last thing that I want to talk about is I thought this video is going to be short. The last thing that I want to talk about is a book that I listened to that had a white voice actor, but she did a really good job. And this was the first time that I've ever clicked on a voice actor picture, because I was trying to see who the author was. I think it was Vanessa Jarrett's Got a Man. So it was for that book, and I wanted to see what other books this author had. So I clicked on her name, and by an accident the voice actor ended up showing up, and she was white. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, full-blown white, like blonde hair, blue eyes, like white girl. But she did a great job on that audiobook. Like, she changed her dialect, she lowered her tone. Like, she did a really good job. And I realized that after I had already finished the book, thank God, because I didn't want to be thinking about her the whole time I'm reading the book. The book was great. I gave it 4 stars, so if you haven't read it, please check it out. I picked that one up, and she did a great job. Honestly, she didn't really do anything as far as narrating the black woman that was offensive or that made me uncomfortable. She really just did her job. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna steer away from her just because she's a white girl narrating a black character, because she didn't do anything offensive. Like, when I listened to it, I wasn't offended. Obviously, I cannot speak for everyone in the black community. If you listen to it, or if you feel some type of way about a white girl narrating a black character, by all means, that's you. But for me personally, when I listened to it, I enjoyed it. She did a good job, and I ended up buying the physical copy because I really enjoyed it. And some of these voice actors really be getting down with their acting. Like, I listened to Shannon McGuire's book. I'll put a picture up of who I listened to, but I listened to Shannon McGuire's book, and this voice actor was like acting. Like, when she had to cry, she was crying. When she had to do a baby voice, she was doing a baby voice. Like, she was not holding no punches. And I don't think there was any black characters in this book, but like, sometimes you just like the execution of the voice actor. So it's like, every single book that has a black character, if it has a white voice actor and they're actually really good at their job, and you don't even listen to it, it kind of is like you missing out. Like I'm sorry, like you missing out. Some of them do a really good job at the narration, and I'm not gonna pull away from them just because they're white. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless they do something that makes me uncomfortable, and or I don't vibe with the audiobook. That's it. I'm not just gonna click on the picture and be like, oh, she white, I ain't listening to this. Like, I'm gonna listen. If we vibe, we vibe, and I'm just gonna listen to the book. That's just what it is. That's how I feel about it. I feel like y'all gonna be mad. I feel like everybody ain't gonna vibe with that one, but that's how I feel about it. That's how I listen to my audiobooks, and will continue to listen to my audiobooks and not give a shit, because that's what makes me happy. That's what keeps my reading go up. Okay, so I don't have much else to say on this topic. I really just wanted to bring it on my platform just to see how you guys feel about it, what your opinion is, what you do when you listen to audiobooks. I really just wanted to get the conversation going. So let me know in the comment section below how you feel about this. If you've made it to, oh child, my phone is just, girl. If you made it to the end of this video, please leave a speaker emoji or a rose. So leave that in the comment section below, and also leave your opinion. Let me know how you feel about this. Let me know if it bothers you, if it doesn't bother you. Let me know some of your favorite audiobooks that you've heard. And yeah, I would love to get the conversation started. So thank you guys so much for watching. Always remember, read a book, keep your life interesting, and I will see you next time. Bye.